Some wheat thins.
I like me some wheat thins sometimes.
Man, we're
Pepper
back.
jack cheese sticks.
Yeah, so what is everybody munching on tonight?
Some jalapeno beef sticks.
I don't have any munchies this evening. I think I have a bag of chips in there.
I just got a glass
Happy
of meat.
Dragon Chinese.
I got a glass of meat in my, the hell? That looks
Snowman
like-
cup? No, penguin cup.
Penguin cup, man.
You got some chocolate-covered coffee beans?
No, but my son brought me some medical chocolate at Christmas.
Ha. Nice.
I gave one to my wife, who
Did she know?
I warned her. I wouldn't have done. I
Okay.
would not have done that to. Tombstone pizza, mozzarella sticks, and Coke for Jingo the Fool. So Jingo the Fool, even though he is home with the cove, must be feeling good enough to eat that. So, but Coca-Cola will kill anything in your system.
Yeah, but if it's something in your lungs, you really don't want to put the Coca-Cola there.
Don't put the Coca-Cola in your lungs.
No.
No. Because if the Cove don't get you, the
No
Coke will.
drinking the Coke.
All right. So the next morning, Justin, you're up and getting things ready to go. I'd imagine you probably got a little apartment above your restaurant or whatever. And give me a notice roll, Justin. All right. You get down into the kitchen. You come down the stairs from your apartment. Get down in the kitchen and you start doing your prep work, and you got your people coming in helping you, your sous chefs helping you come in and chop things up and stuff. And you notice something looks different. You're looking around and you're not quite sure what it is, but something looks different in your restaurant. And Ida and Jimmy, you guys walk your way back down the riverfront to Slaughterhouse Row and make your way back to Wilson's.
Cool. Wait, we're not walking together, though.
I partake in a hair of the dog.
I would leave him behind.
You left him and he started drinking at the bar again. Okay. All right, so Ida walks in first.
Somewhere behind her.
You sure he's not Albert?
The two should really have a competition.
Yeah, because Albert can outdrink anybody, right?
Except for Jeb, even though he won't admit it.
Jeb's harrowed. He's immune to poison. You did take advantage of it.
I'm not the one that took the bet. I'm just the one that offered it.
His character didn't know you were harrowed at the time, though. You should be ashamed of yourself. All right.
He should try it again.
Eventually, you guys all end up back there. Justin, somebody been fucking around in your kitchen or something. You're not quite sure what's going on, but eventually you get things ready to go. And about the time you start opening up for, early lunch, about 10 or 11 o'clock, well, first Ida comes through the door, still wearing the same clothes from last night. Of course, that's not uncommon this period of time, and then eventually Jimmy comes through the door about an hour later, smelling like he just walked out of the distillery.
I've been wearing the same suit for a fortnight.
Yeah, man. And it's hot in New Orleans. It's hot now.
I know what that smells like, and it is not pretty.
His eyes are to the ground, and he's finding it hard to make contact with anybody.
Maybe Remy should push him into the river, no?
He swallows a few times in an exaggerated fashion.
Like he's gonna puke?
Yeah. I need another drink.
I think our Jimmy had a good night.
Hey, it was alright.
Get this man a drink immediately. Look at how upset he looks. He definitely needs a bit more of your whiskey.
I didn't learn very much, but that's almost information in itself, though. It's right strange that nobody heard nothing.
It makes me think that something is afoot.
I mean, I spent the night there, and I can tell you those walls are thin as paper. So this thing that happened must have happened when it was at the peak of the noise, like. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I do declare you heard everything.
Aye.
Did you?
Aye.
I hope you weren't making too much noise that you were making Jimmy think it's stuff, hear things.
I'd have probably made sure she was in a room that was not next to Jimmy's.
And what makes you think I was partaking?
I didn't even
That-
see you there.
Yes, I didn't.
I didn't say nothing.
So we
Venom.
really know nothing.
Oh yeah, you're not on stream.
What?
Nothing. Just nothing. So yeah, you guys really didn't learn anything from the girls you spent the evening with. I mean, they're just working girls. You know, they're the only thing that they pay attention to is whatever it is they have to do to make that dollar at that time. Waitresses wanting a
Get
bigger tip.
charged.
That's right.
A bigger tip, really?
I'm just saying they're working girls. You know, they're trying to hustle their money.
No, a bigger
Honey.
tip.
They
Honey,
probably,
spending time with you don't pay the bills and don't feed the children.
Hmm.
I'm
Good
going to
meat.
make Jimmy some Banana Foster's French toast with extra dark rum.
Oh,
it sounds like pure fucking heaven to me.
So, you know, Justin being an expert cook, he brings out this just wonderful looking breakfast, Bananas Foster, with whatever the hell it is he said he's serving it with.
that extra dark rum on there.
Caesar, I'd almost come to your house to have you cook for me. I just got a feeling that I mean, any man that
Can you
knows
make it all gluten free?
I mean,
What's that?
yeah.
I mean, Jimmy's lost to the world in this moment. Like, he's just like shoveling this stuff into his mouth.
He's got a fork in one hand and a spoon in the other.
Yeah.
Is it actually still on fire when he starts eating?
No, it's out.
Okay, good, because I think Jimmy might be flammable.
I put the fire out with some more dark rum.
That's how I like it. Extra dark rum.
Okay, so what do you guys know from this point? You know that Nathan
We
spent
know
the night.
Jack and shit.
You know Jack and shit. Well,
Yeah.
Jack and shit wasn't there. Nathan
We'll
was,
see.
and he was
Being
with her
fast
all
right
night.
now?
Yeah.
Presumably.
Something happened there. It must not have happened too late, and he must have left at some point. Or perhaps someone else arrived.
But we know that
these,
that fella killed himself.
And these
So
these
we,
strange symbols intrigue
he obviously
me.
did that for a reason.
He probably just did it.
You sound
will
like
say-
Detective Abbott.
I think we've garnered some attention. Something was amiss in the kitchen today. Somebody rearranged my fucking spices.
Oh. I hope it was not the murderer.
Remy's going to kind of turn and kind of give Louis the glance and ask, Louis, you weren't rummaging around in Justin's kitchen, now were you?
Who, me? No, I do declare I would never do such a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at Remy's character sheet here.
Louis, you weren't looking for this, were you?
Ooh, what is that?
Well, you open it and
Justin
start,
Wilson,
but as you're looking at the end of it, Justin, you notice it looks like there's a big hunk of paper missing out of the middle, and you open the book up, it goes right to where there's a page torn out. Then you look a little bit further, and there's another page torn out. There's several pages torn out of this book.
Louis,
Justin, you must you better be more careful with your books if you're losing pages left and right.
Louis, you got some explaining to do.
Whatever do you mean, Remy?
Well, I know you after Mama's gumbo recipe.
I would never do such a thing.
Give me a notice roll, Vino. Remy. You actually see a bunch of pages sticking out of his coat pocket, like he doesn't quite have them tucked inside there.
Hold up. So wait, is Remy in? I know he's like French-ish.
Cajun.
Is he Cajun? Is this in the Irish Quarter, the Irish slum, or is this?
This is
tavern?
well, this is more towards the riverfront, and the Irish slums are in behind here, more out towards the swamp. But this is Slaughterhouse Roll.
Use that term though.
Yes, no, you don't.
The Irish Quarter.
The Irish Quarter. But Slaughterhouse Row has seen better days. There's still a few operational slaughterhouses down through here, but with the war, cattle have all been going to feed armies and stuff, and it just hasn't been. So there's a bunch of dilapidated buildings. Yeah, a bunch of dilapidated buildings and stuff around. And Justin's is a couple of streets off of the river here. We'll put him in here if you're looking at the colored map of New Orleans.
And everybody's super suspicious of the ones that haven't shut down.
So she's not particularly.
Yeah, exactly.
I was thinking because if he was Irish, she might feel the need to intervene on this, and.
No, Justin's Cajun.
She doesn't care. She does not.
Yeah,
care.
Justin and Remy are Cajuns.
Okay.
All right, so Remy reaches over and kind of pulls open his jacket flap. He just pulls out the pages and hands them to Justin.
I tried to jump back.
Damn.
What are you doing there, Remy?
Give me an athletics check, Vino. See if you can get a hold of it. Nope, he jumps back out of the way. He grabs his breast pocket and he pulls it closed. What do you think you're doing?
Actually, you know what? I'm going to add a D6 to that.
With a red chip, thank you.
And that should technically ace. So
you snatch him.
13. Oh, well, whatever do you have there?
I seem to have Justin's recipes that I found in your pocket.
Well, that is quite unusual. How would they manage to get there?
Yeah. Okay.
I told you, Justin. Can't trust Louis. Not with your recipes.
In the meantime, I just ordered.
You let the man sleep in your house. He steals your recipes.
Here, how about this? He's gonna pull out a gold pocket watch from his pocket and slide it over to Justin.
Okay, so I just found what I was looking for earlier. You guys were asking me about Isabel. The information included in the module here is the victim was known only by her first name Isabel. Much like the other victims before her, little is known about Isabel other than she was a working girl at the Gilded Lily, a brothel on Gallatin Street. The Lily was also the site of her murder. She'd been there for several years, and Nathan Parrish had been both her first and last customer the evening of her death.
Wait, but that implies there might have been someone in between.
Yeah, but
he was with her all day.
She was obviously still alive when she got to the last one, right?
Yeah.
Theoretically.
But
well, Nathan
in other
would have
words,
said something if If he walked in and obviously she was cut up and
Yeah,
Stranger things have happened than people walk in on a murder and go, "What the fuck?" and run away and never say anything.
yeah.
I mean, this fella killed himself, so obviously either he did it or he believes that everybody will think he did it.
Or perhaps he is being framed.
Aye,
I may have had that happen to me once or twice.
but if he's such a gentle fella, and nobody would believe that he did it.
Well, if he was the last one in there, what if, for instance, someone slipped something into his drink, came in and killed this woman, and then jumped out the window?
No one's surviving a fall like that.
Well, what about if somehow he was coerced to do it or forced to do it?
Well, perhaps it was under torture, and that is what happened to his finger. They tried to cut it off and said, "We will cut off other parts if you do not do what we say." And he said, "I do appreciate having them parts."
A life for a finger?
But why some random hooker? To get at him?
Well, that could be, I don't know. Those strange symbols make me wonder. What sort of reason would there be for strange symbols?
If someone tells me,
go ahead.
We should find out who these victims all are and see if there's any like connection between them. Like,
Yeah.
I feel.
do you know what I mean? Are we talking about somebody who's got it in for hookers, or are we talking about somebody who's got it in for Nathan? I mean, what's? You need to figure some shit out. Else, I really need a fucking drink. What is thinking is giving me a fucking headache.
A barkeep, another whiskey for my friend here while we figure out our plan.
Yeah, fuckers, fucking fuck. Wake up at 10 o'clock in the fucking morning for this shit.
Now, Ada, do you suppose you could get
The
some
most
information?
eloquent men.
You should get some information from this Abbott fellow. Perhaps Jimmy can go and punch him until he gives us the information we need.
You know what, Brad? I gotta absolutely give you a chip on that because as I was typing something, it's like are you reading my fucking screen or what? You are, because I'm streaming this shit, aren't you? Ah, cheater!
Technically, I'm on the stream watching, but I've got it scrolled down to where I'm not actually, when I switch over to chat, it's not there, so I don't even bother.
I usually just pop the chat out and have the chat window up there, and then just minimize the video anyway. Because I mean, hell, we're looking at it. We don't really need the video. But anyway, okay.
That is exactly why I haven't said anything yet, because she really don't want to go and talk to Abbott.
You need to go talk to them there peddlers to find out what they know. And you're the perfect woman for the job, eh?
Fine, but y'all are giving me 20 bucks each.
What the fuck for?
Wait, what? Huh?
You want info from Abbott, you're gonna need. We're gonna need to pay.
I fight you for it.
We could beat it out of him.
I could be very persuasive.
It's okay. I'm not scared to hit a girl. I'll fight you for it. Or we can race some dogs.
As much as I would love that, I can't have that coming back on me.
Hey, well, if you're not going to be civil about it.
Money or nothing, gentlemen.
Well, there you go. There's my $20.
What the fuck are we giving it $20 for? I don't fucking get this. Is there some sort of peddler tax going on here?
Something like because $20 is less than my usual dentist charges.
Peddler tax.
Is she going back? Is she going back to the whorehouse for a second round? Is that what it is?
Well, if she wants to, I will not.
Jesus.
Well, it was certainly an interesting night, but I'm really just looking for some information. It's not coming out of my pocket, so if you want information, we'll all have to participate.
Fuck. Well, alright, but you better get the fucking information. Because I need to get paid at the end of this. Or I run out of drink and then everybody will be fucking sorry.
We're all already sorry.
The
Hey,
tower's being weird, Marb.
You just whispered to me, Marb. I think you meant to.
alright. Here you go, you fucker. She gives him $20.
There you
No, the
go, Remy.
center. Yeah, the center of the drop was like off for some reason.
You better not fucking disappear into the night because I find you. I know where you live. I do your fucking Wendy's in, you know what I mean?
For $60.
$20 fucking dollars from my pocket, you know what I mean? That'll get me a smart bottle of fucking whiskey.
That's not getting me anywhere out of this city.
Harassing a guy with a hangover for fucking $20 first thing in the fucking morning, you know what I mean? Fucking hell. What kind of Irish woman are you? Jesus.
An Irish woman. Do you really want me to call my sisters?
Aye, and even redhead like.
I throw another $5 bill on the table for that and lean away.
I didn't know that I was paying for company.
I don't think it's the company you'll enjoy.
I have no idea what you mean, but I'm just gonna look at the bright side.
You've seen an angry Irish lass.
I didn't
Oh,
think
I
she was
like
see.
this.
I've seen plenty of angry Irish lasses, hi.
I'm sure you've seen plenty of brooms too. Poor Brad.
That's what Louis doing when you're doing all these threats and he's just covering his mouth and leaning back like, oh no.
Well, since you ain't gonna be civil about it, you gotta get yourself out of here and go see the fella, like.
So she tosses back the rest of her whiskey, grabs the money off the table, and walks out.
Fucking peelers, you know, won't fucking same. Dirty filth. After your fucking money. Nicking your fucking booze. Stopping you living your life. Fuck's sake. Always
I believe
whinging
we
as
just
well.
had a shakedown.
Always whinging.
Sorry, Benno, that was supposed to be for you. We were having a chat about. He didn't get his starting money. All right, so you're paying Ida her peeler tax. And what are you doing?
She pockets it, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, fucking knew. We knew that from the fucking moment she spoke.
Y'all don't necessarily know that, but
Aye.
we'll see how much she can get away with keeping. I have a feeling that he's going to require a hefty fee.
Never hurts to grease the palm, though.
Never. Anyway, so she goes to visit Abbott. Is he? So he is.
Abbott! Sorry.
Had to do it, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, so she is.
I haven't seen one of those in years.
Which area is Abbott from?
So Abbott is out of the office that is in the French Quarter.
Okay, so he's kind of does he work with the more wealthy side?
I mean, the French Quarter itself is, at this point in time, is not what we think of New Orleans today. There's still a lot of activity going, and it's still a place where people just want to have a good time, and there's lots of money that exchanges hands, but it's not a rich part of town, so to say. Now, the Garden District, where you went to see Sophie Parrish, on the other hand, is a very wealthy part of town. But Abbott kind of, his job is the east side of the city, and you're a detective in the you're a entry level detective. For one thing, you're Irish, and I can say that. Let me say this to the stream for one thing. I am of Irish descent, so I will not say anything beyond that. Just that this is just talk. Yeah, we're just talking about a period in time here in the what is now the United States. So, anyway, no offense to anybody. Anyway, so
okay, so how long is he like a veteran of the force
Uh,
or one of them?
well, nobody's really a vet. If you're a veteran of the police force in New Orleans, you've been here 10 years maybe. It's just you just don't. They don't pay well. You put up with a lot of shit. The only way to get promoted up into the ranks is uh, you know solving some big crime or doing something to get some notoriety of some kind. It's not. It wouldn't be like a modern day organization by any means. It's kind of like, well, what have you done for me lately, type thing. So Abbott's probably a flunky like you. He's been around 3 or 4 years maybe.
And probably last question. Does he work for the same organization I do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Same boss.
Yep, New Orleans, and I gave you that boss's name last week, but I don't remember what it is. It's not really important. Yeah.
No. All right. So she's gonna go hunt him down.
Okay. So let's see. You spend. Holy shit! Takes about 4 hours today to track him down. So let me update the.
Please tell me she stopped for some drinks along the way or something.
At least maybe lunch.
Oh, light lunch
Yep.
break.
Nice po'
Yep,
boy
you
or
guys have
something.
been kind of, that you get into the French Quarter and you're like, we're looking for Abbott. Well, he's down investigating, blah, blah. You go down there, he's gone again. So after about 4 hours, you finally run him down.
So she tells all the guys to hang out somewhere else. So that she can go alone. So she'll walk up and say, "Good afternoon, Mr. Abbott."
Detective Murphy?
You've been busy today.
It's always busy here in New Orleans. What is it I can help you with? What are you doing over here on my side of town anyway?
Well, I'm looking for you.
It's almost like you're trying to move into my office or something.
Oh, no, it's your office. Who would ever want that?
Damn right it's my office. You understand that straight up. What can I help you with, Detective Murphy?
Well, you see, I've been asked by this very kind lady to investigate the reasons for her brother's death.
Oh,
And,
as in very kind lady like Sophie Parrish.
well, yes, indeed, sir.
She is a blossom, is she not?
Oh, such a lovely lady.
Anyway, so how is it you think I can help you?
Shit.
You want me to
just
shit?
had a brain fart. I had a complete brain fart. And what do we want from him?
With the other victims.
Right. Okay. So we need to know the names of the other victims and how they connect. Got it.
Or the
how it died.
circumstances of where they're
how they died, how they connect.
Missing bowels.
The dates.
Oh, some of the other victims of the murders here about the city? Well, Detective Murphy, I think you know how this works.
Oh, we have the same we have the same boss. We're all looking for the same outcome here, and if anything were to happen from my looking around, of course, you would be the one to get the credit.
Yeah, credit's all fine and dandy, but most places don't take it. Neither does Detective Abbott.
Well, I'd be sure to make it worth your while and oh crap, what's a good way to say money without being weird about it?
Well, he kind of turns his head. He's just got his hand out like this. I mean, it's obvious what he's wanting. He's holding that hand right out there.
All right, so easy. So she'll just slip him some like.
Oh, this
$40.
This is commonplace. $40.
Oh, hells yeah.
$40. He looks at $40. Well, I'll tell you what I know for $40.
You tell me the names of these women.
Money?
Or men.
Yes, we're not even under suspicion for the crimes.
And I'm happy to add some money to that as you go.
I'll play that again.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right.
Pride Isabel's money? Paris were not even under suspicion for the crimes.
I didn't quite get that.
He's put it in chat.
Yeah.
In FG
Pride
chat.
Isabel's money?
Got
Paris
it.
were
Thank
not
you.
even under suspicion for the crimes.
I figure this is like Pikey Speak, and when you're watching Snatch and you got to turn on Pikey Speak subtitles, you know that there's going to be people that don't understand some of this. Let me tell you, I had to work around these guys for a long time before I could understand how they talk, and I don't even come close to doing a good. Anyway, so he goes, I'll give you another one.
In every murder scene, there are signs of some strange inscriptions. Another police officer identified them as related to voodoo or hoodoo or whatever you want to call it, but he didn't know the meanings.
Did you see these signs yourself?
I don't know. Did I see these signs myself?
She hands him a 10.
Well, that ought to about cover what you've got already. It's good to see you today.
So she hands him another 25.
The murders didn't seem to follow any pattern, except evidence of rituals was found at every scene.
What kind of ritual? Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
I really should have demanded more money from y'all.
I'm sure you'll come get it.
$20 my ass. So she'll hand him another 20.
Another 20. He looks at it. Kind of shakes his head. He goes, all right. This'll buy you one more. I'll tell you all I know.
I overheard a rumor. Now mind you, it's just a rumor. Some folks are saying the marks on the victims match those used by voodoo priest Lucian Crapin. He escaped from jail and disappeared years ago. Paris is too young to have been involved with Crapin, even if his crimes are similar. I don't know much about Crapin's story. You'd probably find more information at the newspaper office.
I'll be doing that too, because I'm the only illiterate one.
Technically, Louis is also literate.
As well as
Find the
Remy.
recipes. I thought Remy was illiterate.
Y'all paying me for
Yeah,
that too.
Remy is illiterate.
Abbott, where'd these murders
Yeah.
happen? She hands him 40.
Let's see. I thought I pinned him on the map here. I certainly thought I had him pinned on the map here. Oh, I know what I did. Oh, wow. My calendar stuff didn't save. What a fucking bummer. All my log entries are gone. Wonder what happened.
I blame Jenkins.
He tells you that
When in doubt.
that they all started about a month ago. 2 of them was in his part of the city, and 2 of them was in your part of the city, though not really in your neighborhood, so to say. No offense meant, Detective Murphy.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure.
By the way, Kay, I don't know if you know this or not, but there's a notes section over there. You can create a note, and you can drag chat out of it right to that note.
Oh.
You can drag those bubbles right out of chat, anything out of chat, right onto a note page.
I did not know that.
I saw that pencil of yours keep
Didn't realize
coming
you
up,
could
and I
do
thought, what is she using? That's why I ask
Well-
DMs and GMs, please use a calendar, and put the calendar entries like I do in the chat, because you can easily drag those calendar entries over and keep a journal, and then, shit that happened on this day. See what I mean?
I also just have ADD, so my notes turned into ripped up pieces of paper now. And
Oh, I'm
just
sorry.
fiddling.
I'm sorry, trees. I did not.
just
I'm
fiddling.
sorry, trees.
So
I can hear you
those port
screaming.
recipes of Kay's notes.
exactly. All right, so let's give that a try.
And I've got to tell Brad, I didn't say a word to Caesar or Veno, either one, about you sniffing around and going down in Justin's kitchen that night and looking for his. That was all Remy picked up on that shit.
Oh, please, we all know that.
Well, Remy is worried about his mother's recipe.
And I figured he probably would have done the same thing here. And I do know that he's not exactly a law-abiding citizen.
I do declare, what do you mean by this? I love the law. I always follow the law.
Into dark alleys.
Well,
Mhm.
you never know what happens.
You follow the law of the street, not the law of the authorities.
All right, so she just nods and says, "Thank you, kind sir. Always a pleasure to work with a colleague."
I hope someday I can return the favor.
Oh, I certainly hope so.
Now you leave my side of town to me. I'll leave your side of town most definitely to you. You have a good day now, detective.
You too. And as she walks away, she's like, "I hope you fall off into the river."
I'm sorry, detective. I didn't catch that.
Oh no, she would have been far enough away.
Oh, okay.
She's smart enough for that.
He doesn't really have any. The only thing he's got on you is information. He's not ranked any higher than you are.
All right, so that was what, 20, 40, 60, 80.
Yeah, basically it says, let's see, law dogs. Tell you what the adventure says here. They got
Y'all owe me $65.
Good fucking luck getting that.
New Orleans
Give it-
police have an office in the French
Keep it
Quarter.
tally.
Any posse member who questions local police officers about the murders finds them uncooperative. After all, they don't need the help of a bunch of vigilantes or detectives from some other body's neighborhood. They provide the posse with a minimum of information, nothing to hear with blah, blah, blah. However, shortly after leaving the local office, posse approaches by Deputy Abbott. He's a fat, greasy-looking policeman. That's what it says here. Deputy Abbott offers an exchange of information for monetary consideration. I'm sorry. Take your pencil and scratch that out. I thought it was It's $5 per question. So it cost you a total of $20. I thought it was $25. And
We've
believe
been
me,
robbed.
I've read through
She
this
was-
forward and backwards.
She was giving you $40 at one point just for the.
Taking that all back.
and we're going to retcon what you said about they owe you money, or do they still owe you money?
Oh no, they still owe me money.
We get a refund.
Good fucking luck getting that, like.
Not like you know how much it costs to bribe a cop.
Hey,
No, I would not know anything about that.
I can tell you how much
you're
in
gonna need to give me the
Mexico.
fucking address of that cop, and I'll go get my money back.
Good luck with that.
Remy
Thanks.
just spent his last few dollars on a shrimp po' boy.
It's okay. We'll charge it to your account to be taken out of your payment or your whatever.
Yeah. Put it on on my account, on the account that I won't pay.
You made me hungry though with that shrimp po' boy comment. Man, I love me a shrimp po' boy.
boys.
Oh
I
yeah,
know, right?
yeah. They make a fried oyster po' boy in this little restaurant in Destin, Florida. Oh my gosh. It's
I'm
gonna
kind
make.
of iffy when it comes to oysters,
Oh,
particularly fried oysters.
I'm kind of
Oh, I love
iffy about them
oysters,
too.
man.
It's like iffy they're there. I'm eating the shit out of them. Matter of fact, let's talk about New
I don't
Orleans.
mind small ones,
At
but
the Acme Oyster Bar in New Orleans in the French Quarter, if you eat 15 dozen oysters, you get your name on the Wall of Fame. I missed it by 14 oysters. Could not get the other 14 down.
Too much salt for me.
But my
Need to
boss
practice
paid
more.
for. Oh, I don't put any salt on them other than what comes in them naturally.
Yeah, they taste salty.
Yeah.
yeah,
Anyway,
they have a
don't
lot
they?
of sodium in them.
Yeah, they taste and feel like a big old snot loogie sliding down your throat. Except it's cold.
I can do raw oysters. It's the cooked oysters that I have a bit of an issue with sometimes.
I remember the first time trying an oyster at my grandma's house way back in the day, and I was maybe 7. I remember it so vividly because it was so disgusting.
I prefer mussels.
Yeah,
Mussels
I
are
love
good.
mussels.
And I like clams too.
Mussels and clams, but oysters are not my thing.
And you get a little baby crabs.
What?
You get a
Haven't
little
had
baby
any.
crabs inside the mussels.
Oh, I didn't know that.
How
Where
so?
they close. Because they close with when the baby crabs are like running over them. And quite often the baby crab will get stuck in a mussel.
Oh,
I have never in my life seen this.
Well,
don't think
it's what happens when you get Irish mussels. Come here.
Yeah, those
You get these
special
little-
Irish
You
mussels.
get these wee little crabs with them. And they're too small to have formed shells yet. They're like tiny, tiny, tiny little crabs.
like little insects.
Basically, yeah.
I mean,
But it
that's what
tastes
oysters are, basically. That's so interesting.
Yeah, oysters are basically just tongues, aren't they? Without the
Yeah.
rest of the body.
Anywho,
This is a very odd topic we got on.
It is. It is. So,
I even remember like holding it and putting it through the butter and being like,
I
"This
like
is
them
the
with cheese
most
sauce.
disgusting thing ever."
cheese sauce.
Calamari.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, man. Cheese sauce.
Calamari is
brothers.
amazing.
If
You get them in
it's
France that way, you get them in Ireland that way.
if it's good calamari.
If it's fried right.
If it's yeah, it can be like chewing on an inner tube if it's not
That's true.
good. Yeah. All right, you guys. So what are you gonna do with this information? What has he said that's interested you?
Well, I like this name. Names are always interesting.
You got names?
We got a name. Crepin.
Oh, you're right. That name.
Crapin.
Crepin.
Yeah,
Crappin'?
Lucian Crapin.
Dushin Crappin. Okay.
You're in New Orleans. Literally go anywhere for crayfish.
But he knows the guy with the shrimp po' boy. He might know a guy for this too.
Throw a rock. You're going to find some crayfish. Anyway. We used to fish crayfish. We used to fish them
Crayfish
out of
all
our
around.
ponds. Even up here, we had them.
Out of character, I'm not too big on the whole raw, or not raw. You don't eat them raw, but the boiled ones that you know suck the heads and whatnot. Just no, thank you.
Crawfish.
I've never had them, actually.
Crawfish are good.
The meat is good, yes, but I can do without the whole shell
love
and boiled thing.
Lobster.
Tiny lobster. Yeah.
Yeah, baby lobsters.
I love me
I
some
was-
lobster.
Suck the head, eat the
I was
tail.
looking at the lobsters tonight, and I was thinking I would love to try it one day, but
So
for
good.
$30 a tail, that is not today.
Oh. I could snort that stuff.
Nice. Butter poached.
We must be in the bayou.
It's raining again. It rains a whole lot down here in Nolans.
It's unrained.
Reminds me of home.
If you guys remind me, I will change that one of these days to make it stop. Well, I don't know if I can. Matt Curie might have wrote that into the. Yeah, I should be able to delete the chat.
No, you can either delete it or you can just go in there and type something in front of it.
Raining or something, like make it be raining instead of rain. Because you'd never see untraining. Right. Okay. All right, so your plan.
Really, Jimmy?
He had to try.
What? Men.
What happens if you...
No, that sounds like his sister is real pissed.
I like the rain comes after. To wash it all away. Anyway.
Yeah. So
where are we when you come back? Where do you come back to? Are we still in the restaurant?
I don't know. I wasn't really clear on if you guys followed me to find Abbott or not.
Oh no, we're not going to follow you to go see some peelers. Like.
Yeah, I didn't think you
we're real shady.
We were drinking, right?
We are not
Fuck!
going to the cock shop. That's not a place we go to voluntarily.
Yeah, what he said.
We were probably helping you track them down, but once you found them, you went off to...
Once we passed the po' boy place, we stopped and didn't leave.
Right.
You all are such gentlemen.
We will take
helping out a lady.
We got you a shrimp po' boy.
Two of them, actually.
Well, you best have gotten me 5. For you all owe me another $10 after that bribery.
Well, here you go. Please do it.
I can tell you where you can go swimming for that, like.
So, I completely forgot that I was going to try and intimidate Abbott. So we're going to try and intimidate, what's his face? Whatever Carl's guy is.
Jimmy? You're going to intimidate him?
We're going to try and intimidate Jimmy into giving me my $10.
Give me that spirit roll to, is it spirit or smarts for intimidation? What's connected to it?
It doesn't matter.
Let me look.
It doesn't matter. Oh no, you're not. That's me who's supposed to give the spirits.
Oh
you're
shit!
Supposed to give
Okay.
the intimidation.
Yeah.
Hey, you do it. You do the spirit.
Good spirit roll, though.
Yeah,
I was all excited for a second there.
So you're gonna give the intimidation roll? Fuck's sake.
Okay, so what exactly do you say to him?
Hold on.
I handed over another $5.
I'm going to say with that... Well, actually, what the hell? I'll roll a spirit, see. Nope, I'm going to go ahead and... how much did you say you wanted again?
$10. $10.
Right. Yeah, Remy's going to hand over $10.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you guys are handing over $10. You know what? I'm telling you, you watched the intro video. In walked one of the meanest, nastiest law dogs in the whole city, Detective Ida Murphy. You guys all.
Was that another 5 from Louie? Was that?
You guys are all starting to dig money. You know, none of you want Ida Murphy pissed off at you.
I fucking told you I know where you live. Don't you fucking forget that.
My daddy knows your daddy, honey. It ain't happening.
I gotta ask you, does Ida Murphy have an Irish accent, or is she like a first-generation American, or
yeah?
what?
You're calling me out here.
First gen. She would be a first gen.
Right. Sorry, was that a gypsy call out there? It fucking sounded like one.
Thought you weren't gypsy.
I was traveller.
I thought you were a proud Irishman.
I am Irishman, aye. We're travelling. Proud Irish tradition of travelling.
Oh, I hate fucking pikeys.
Well, I'll tell you, kind sir.
Before we all emigrated over here, we were travelling people, aye. Went around in wagons and that. Tinkers, they call us in Scotland.
So she just kind of
Travellers
walks
or gypsies, they call us over in England, like.
She just walks right up to him, grabs the scruff of the collar of his neckline, pulls him in real tight, and whispers, real quiet, in a lethal voice, something like, "You gonna give me my money, boy?"
I'm gonna punch her in the face.
Oh, you can't! I got you so tight.
Yeah. She got you shaking, and with that intimidation roll, Jimmy the Shark don't want no part of Ida Murphy, and because you know the shit Ida's brought down on people. You know, it's one thing to be, you know, you kind of need to be on the good side of Ida Murphy, I think, and Jimmy the Shark realizes that with his pathetic spirit rule.
Yeah, you don't want to be like Lefty Jones.
All right. Well,
He's
I'm
so
gonna use
gonna
this.
get me back
I'm gonna
later.
use this white chip
Okay.
to remind her of the difference of how well she is loved in the Irish Quarter compared to me. So she better wind her neck in a bit and take what she's got, walk away with her winnings, and leave it there. Otherwise, there's gonna be more trouble than she's ever known in her entire fucking life.
Oh, is that an intimidation roll?
Feel like it should be.
I think that's an intimidation
Sure.
roll. Give me a spirit roll, Ida.
I mean, he's really drunk. He's swaying all over the place.
Holy fuck. Holy fuck.
So you guys are gonna have to tell me how this pans out. I'm not getting involved in this.
So Ida pulls her arm back, ready to punch him square in the face. Does anything happen on your end?
If you're gonna punch him in the face, then he's gonna let you, but he'll retaliate.
No, I'm just curious because he's so drunk and he had such a poor intimidation roll. I'm curious how that happened.
What was that?
I think the intimidation would be more that he doesn't want the law brought down on his activities. Because Jimmy's not the most up and up guy either.
But what he told you was the straight truth. You're a cop in the Irish Quarter. You ain't loved as much as one of the
That's true.
gangs.
Very true.
So you need to
I think it's a
mind
wash
how
here.
far you're treading.
Yeah, I think it's
So,
a wash. Your
He's
intimidations
basically looking
were.
for a white piece.
Yeah, you guys were so
Moral of the
far.
story is the other three of us are over here terrified.
Yeah, the other three are here. I got his
They probably
portion
don't
covered.
understand. There's just two Irish people going, "Hey,
Yeah, we're Cajuns. We're like,
I'm gonna fucking kill your dad. I'm gonna come over there and fucking I tell you I'm gonna fucking take this farm. You know where I'm coming over there. I'm fucking kill you.
yeah."
So she opts not to punch him in the face and just pulls him in real close again and whispers, "You watch yourself or you'll find yourself in my brig. Then we'll see how
yeah.
big you are."
You watch yourself or you find yourself in a fucking river, you know what I mean?
And she just grins at him
That is
Hey,
so. That
and
is.
throws him backwards in his chair.
All right,
I
we're
gave
gonna have
you
to do
both
some
those
sort
tips
of
for that.
grappling test for that, because I am weak,
Okay.
so I ain't easy to throw.
So yeah, you're gonna have to grab a hold of him if you're gonna try to throw him. Now,
I will
we
point out
did.
he
I already
isn't
did.
actually looking for a fight here. He's just gonna resist being pushed around.
Well, I mean, she's not like throwing him across the room. She's just like pushing him back in his chair.
Yeah, but he's gonna stand firm. Do you know what I mean?
why don't you just pick her up and set her on your lap?
We really would have a problem then.
So you're gonna roll strength, or what is it? Strength for flex is the.
Oh, I don't know.
Athletics versus athletics, or if you don't have athletics, strength.
Ooh, that's not gonna be pretty.
Oh my god, I'm gonna outlaw fuchsia colored dice. Yeah, you grab a
Yeah.
hold of
He
him and
didn't
you start to move him, and you realize, I
He's solid as a rock.
yeah.
Just for the record, though, she wrote stealth.
Oh,
Did I? No, I didn't.
yeah, you did.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
And you're
Why are you-
encumbered.
it would have been this. It would have been the same thing.
She's carrying a horse.
She's carrying a horse.
Yeah, like that's
Nay.
that's
Yeah,
a shit roll. So,
yeah. You're not
but
gonna.
I mean, it's the same die.
Is that what's in your pants, Ida?
What are you carrying that's so heavy?
I'm looking now.
You like laid down with all our money. That's what it is, isn't it?
With what money? I just paid the copper for you.
20 quid.
Well,
You don't know that.
I know I don't know that. I just no, but Cecilia, I also don't know you're encumbered.
Well, she can only
Shit,
carry
am I
20
really?
pounds. Yeah, 20 pounds, and her boots are 4
Oh, she only
pounds.
has
We're gonna
4.
change that to 2 pounds for the boots. Medium
You
bullets.
can only carry 20 pounds.
Apparently.
You really did struggle to push me over. I'm sorry.
I mean,
you are
it would be.
you are freaking feeble compared to me.
It really would be like me trying to push you over. I'm very small. It would not be pretty.
You are a half a pound encumbered now, and I've kind of whittled it down all I can here. Handcuffs don't weigh 2 pounds, maybe a pound.
Jimmy isn't very intimidating. He just talks shit. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
All right, so I've got you down below encumbered now because I don't agree with their weights they've got assigned to things in here. Like,
Oh well, thank you.
Yeah.
She's struggling to wear the clothes on her back.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know everything
exactly.
back into real life.
Struggling to wear all that wool, man. That shit's heavy. It was raining earlier, and now it's even heavier.
All right, now we've finished our Irish off.
Yep,
We did.
you finished your Irish.
Are you sure you're finished?
For now.
So now,
Hi, my
Yeah.
friends. Have you finished your romance?
here, that's fighting talk.
Yeah, she just
Oh, is that now?
flowers at him.
Is that not what you were doing?
And she
Remy said.
she takes
yeah,
she takes a step towards.
No, don't bring me into this, Louis.
Look over there. I'm gonna try to jump and hide behind something.
Louis,
Oh
I
my
believe
God.
you owe me.
Just a second. You've been rolling trash all night.
And he jumps into my fist. That's what that was.
You need to change the color of your dice. Man.
I need
Try-
to go over to fuchsia.
Try fuchsia. Okay, gang. So where do you want to go with the information you've got?
So presumably I would have shared it after all of that. And then gotten really drunk while I did it.
So as you sit here and tell them all this, you're pounding what? What are you drinking?
Whiskey.
Whiskey at Justin Wilson's
Whiskey or
place.
nothing.
Well,
Wait. It is the afternoon now because that took me a few hours.
Yep, it is 2 o'clock in the
whiskey's
afternoon.
fine. Whiskey's fine.
Well,
So Jimmy puts an arm around your shoulder and buys you a whiskey like your best friends now.
that sounds like the Irish thing to do.
And she toasts him. With a sweet smile.
I think our next step is to find this Lucian Crepin. And
Oh, he wrote his name down as Lucian Crepe.
Crepes.
well, if he escaped, he probably ran to the swamp, no? Perhaps one of my many contacts in the swamp can point us in the right direction.
Or unless he went upriver. I mean, the
No.
best way to hide from the authorities down here would be up in the Union States.
Well, if he's up there, we have some problems.
Well, if he's a hoodoo priest, I have a feeling that he's sticking close to Louisiana.
Well, that does make sense, although I don't think any of that stuff is real. That is all just a advertisement.
I've heard things, Louis. Strange.
He starts talking to himself.
Sorry, the character sometimes
Personal-
refers to himself in third person, so
A personal monologue out loud.
Or perhaps
I just got a tad confused with names. That's all. Shut up.
well, who in particular do you have in mind? Do you know a guy who might know a thing?
Give me a second to remember his name.
Give me your survival swamps roll. Survival, whatever you got in that.
Yeah. It didn't click. There it goes. Seriously?
That's what I was thinking. Seriously.
None of us actually
No, there
we
really
go.
invested that much into survival, though.
I got survival swamps.
You guys just remember, I'm being pretty free with the, you make me laugh and you do shit. I'm giving away chips tonight. So, anyway,
Oh, hey,
with
I got a white chip.
yeah, I've been.
I didn't even notice.
Well, and the other thing, when you play up your hindrances, if you really play up your hindrances, I will give you fate chips for doing that. So, and making the GM laugh is always a good one. So, survival swamps with a 7. Remy, you know one name that everybody for 100 miles around knows, and that's a name of a man called Dr. John. He lives right outside the city. Dr. John. That's right.
Oh, Dr. John, does that name sound familiar? Let me think.
Well, he ain't even talked to you about it yet, Louis. You don't even know what he's thinking. He's just thinking to himself.
He just said it loud right there.
Oh, did he say it out loud?
I did. Yes.
Survival
I said it in chat.
smuggling. It really wouldn't have to do anything with smuggling, Brad. So I'd give you a penalty on that. Like,
in it.
yeah.
I probably heard it.
You're not.
Maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah, maybe you've heard the name Dr. John, just not in the circles you run in. But Remy definitely knows the name Dr. John. He's a conjure doctor.
Conjure doctor?
He's a what doctor?
Conjure doctor.
Conjure, as
Conjure.
in like I'm conjuring something?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Just making sure I heard the word correctly. Not exactly sure what a conjure doctor is, but I'll go with it.
Well, there's a little thing I did a conversion for over here in the library, and it's called River o' Blood Player's Guide. And
I never read it. My bad.
And if you you can feel free to look around in there if you're looking for different information on stuff that might be common information for you guys. Or it may not be common information and it's in there. I'd let you know whether or not your character would know about it or not.
What kind of doctor is he? Is he a podiatrist?
Well, if I can get, let's see here.
If I can what now?
River of Blood Player's Guide. All right, reference manual.
Sounds like one of them fucking Catholic
Conjure. Here we go. Conjure. Voodoo. Religion and blah blah. Basics come from Haiti. Conjure doctors. Although Marie Laveau is the only voodoo queen in New Orleans, the city has a fair number of conjure doctors. These voodooists for hire are paid by customers to work spells, curses, and divinations. All conjure doctors are called by the title doctor, whether or not they have any academic or medical training. Most don't. The title serves as the same function much like father does for a Catholic priest. So those of you from New Orleans and the swamps around here would definitely know what conjure doctors are, although you may not know any in particular. But Remy does. He knows the name of one that he's never met.
We have a sickly conjure. What does that even mean, Remy?
it means he works in this hoodoo that they do.
I see. I don't know what that means, but it sounds mighty suspicious to me. But if this fellow might know where this Mr. Crepe is,
Mr.
he
Crepe.
was. Hey, Justin,
Craping.
after we figure this out, perhaps you can make us some crepes.
I had a feeling that was going there.
I have a recipe.
Of course you do, because
For a while I had a recipe for some too.
For a couple hours. All right.
I never knew anything.
So where you guys want
So
to
how do
take
we
this?
get this conjure doctor? Are you gonna take us on your boat, Remy?
Now, Detective Abbott also mentioned the newspaper office, I believe is what he said.
Oh, the newspaper office.
And
Hear that? Shark, you can use newspaper for more than just wrapping up your fish. How far away is that newspaper office from here?
let's see. The office of the New Orleans Times is someplace downtown here. I wish I would have had this in. I think it's on the riverfront, but it's down here. Leeds Foundry, Slaughterhouse Row, ice skating rink. Yeah, there's an ice skating rink in town too, by the way.
wait, what?
Yeah. Some kind of new.
In New Orleans.
How?
Oh, here it is. And I'm going to link shareable. As I will. Yep. So there you go. All right, gang. What's your plan?
Can you reshare that?
Wait, is that a newspaper?
Accidentally closed it.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you there's one shareable link on that map right there. See it in the bottom left-hand corner from First Municipality. There's a little green pin on that map.
Got it.
Some of these I can reveal, some
Number
of them I can't, because some of them's got.
Third. Oh, okay.
Well, the ones that have too much information, you can always make another story entry for just
Right.
us. That's just the name.
Yeah, but I didn't really think I'd share anything
Yeah,
on this map.
Well, let us go to the newspaper office first, and then we can go find this doctor. Perhaps.
Do we have to go to the newspaper office?
Well, are you afraid of paper?
Well, no, not exactly.
Are you afraid of big printing machines that go whoa, 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 whoa?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I'm afraid, mon ami, that I do
Carl
not
looks
know
so
how to read.
confused.
French.
Sounds like a lot of fucking noise.
All we got
Give
was
me some
this
fucking
stupid
aspirin.
accent. History of the World Part 1, if anybody's ever seen it. Never mind.
Yeah, I got it. There's the point we can only afford this stupid accent.
Anyway, Remy, why is it you don't want to go to the newspaper office for?
I can't read.
You tell them that?
You can look at the pictures.
Well, the letters, I look at them and then they just get all jumbled. And it scares me.
He's less dyslexic.
That's called dyslexia.
It'll be discovered in
me?
another 130 years.
Through years and years of hard work, you can overcome it.
You gotta be
And
willing
this-
to go look at a newspaper though first.
There's a
some
much
sort of
swifter. There's a much swifter cure. Just fucking drink until they go away.
And that is why, of
Or
course,
just
the
pay
shark-
me to, or just pay
shark-
me to do the reading for you.
Oh, she can do the reading. Oh, the shark over there is the champion of book of reading, I'm sure.
I wouldn't pay that fucking crook any money if I were you. Like,
I know, right?
Well, since I'm such a good friend, I'll let this one slide.
Merci, petite.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Louis takes like 15 steps back.
And the look you're giving me.
I can't even do it because I'm so drunk.
no, okay, so DMs and GMs out there that stream, here's the problem with running a game on New Year's Eve. That you know your players are indulging. It makes for some great role play and interactivity.
Where's the fucking Discord?
I keep
You
looking.
go right over there. Every other time I heard you giggle, it's when you were breaking someone's fingers. It is like snap, snap, giggle, snap, giggle, snap.
She must have muted herself.
I can't.
No.
It's Carl.
It's just she
It's
was
Carl's
laughing
face.
so hard. Her pitch got so high that only dogs could hear it.
Oh, is that what it was?
All the neighborhood dogs were howling.
Awesome.
Well, I thought I'd spare you for a minute, but then Carl's face just kept getting more and more ridiculous. Like, is this really happening?
Also, I noticed as the evening is going on, Carl's getting lower and lower on the screen.
Yes.
Gravity for you.
Gravity and Guinness. Takes a lot of Guinness, though. Guinness is very light in alcohol. Most people don't realize that. You can drink a lot of Guinness,
Well,
as compared to some other shitty beers that.
Carl also has a great skill. He can open beer bottles with his teeth, I've seen.
Have you really?
What?
Teeth?
Did you go to school with him or something? How do you guys know each other?
That does not sound like a good skill to have. I'm sorry.
I went to a
This is
gaming
real bad.
convention in America.
And met these guys over here?
Well, I already knew Brad from the game that I was playing, so we met each other at a convention of that game.
Gotcha.
And I've
That's
met.
when we met each other in
I know
person.
Carl. I know Carl and Brad through that game. Just never went to the con.
Gotcha. What game is it?
Gemstones.
Gemstones.
Oh
Okay.
man. I met Brad on the other side of the world in Jordan.
It is
Where she wasn't wearing
way
a
over
hat.
that away.
It's really hot.
You gotta wear a
She wore
hat.
hot most of the time.
I did.
Okay,
And so did you.
so back on
You went all the way to
task.
Jordan and met an American.
Yeah.
Yes. An American from Pennsylvania.
Sounds like an
Literally-
American to me.
Literally 4 hours away.
All right, so let us head to the newspaper.
So some of you don't want to go to the newspaper. Are you doing anything else?
Yeah, we'll prop the door up.
We'll go, but I'm just going to look at the pictures.
Okay.
Pretend.
Stand outside and catch up on my drinking.
All right, so let's see what happens at the newspaper office. Researching the archives of the New Orleans Times is a long and tedious process. However, a patient reader who spends a day at the office and makes a successful survival roll at -2.
Well,
I can
it's
understand
alright,
why it's a fucking survivor role. Jesus.
It's alright because I happen to know. Do you know Francois?
Let's see what else is. Yeah, that says survival roll, but yeah, I could be persuaded for somebody to use, but you got to be able to read. First of all, you got to be literate, and there's.
Oh, it's alright. I'm gonna go talk to my friend Francois down there at the newspaper office. He always makes sure to keep on top of things and feeds me any information about from the wanted pages.
Oh, Francois, that you used a white chip to tell me about. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Francois at the newspaper office, he can guide you then, and I will remove any penalties. Oh.
He knows all sorts of things, and
so
I make sure that I get him some of that gumbo from Remy's mom every so often.
You're bribing with gumbo. Yeah, let's do that.
I was gonna say some of that St. Louis pizza,
lover.
but I don't think St. Louis pizza has been invented yet.
I will tell you this: that with your connection to Francois at the newspaper office, it's gonna remove any penalties from you. You can do a little research here. It is gonna take you a day digging around because you walk into the storage room, and I mean it's nothing but shelf after shelf after shelf after shelf of boxes of old newspapers. There's no microfiche, as they used to call it. Don't know why they call it fish, microfiche, microfilm at this point in time. So
those are two different things.
I think it's the same thing, just different name.
Microfilm and the microfiche are two different things, I do believe. I don't actually know.
It's okay. I don't know either. But so
get the newspapers on microfilm at the library here, though.
Well, what you do have is a big old room just stuffed full of boxes of old newspapers to dig through. But Francois can help you try to find some of the information after we get back from a 10-minute break. We're going to take a 10-minute break because, let's see, it's 10, yeah, we're coming up on, it's almost time to watch the ball drop.
At least in eastern side.
Yeah, we're really worried about New Orleans, but let's see, 29. We'll take a break until 20 till the hour. How's that sound?